Hey everybody. Sorry, I was just found something funny from that new The Looney Tunes show. But anyway, I thought I would do a quick ramble and a rant of sorts. This will not be like my other rant that I did. I just want to say before I get into this ramble, on one hand I want to say that I'm sorry, but on the other hand I kind of really am not. Like, alright, to those that the video was not applied to, or those that kind of were not very pleased with a lot of the stuff that I said, or were very frightened and whatnot, those people, I just want to say that I'm sorry. I had a clear-cut plan and ranting, and I was going to be very stern, and then I just lost my temper and just started recording videos and just went on a tirade. And on one hand I was proud when those videos got posted, but now I kind of have a very strong sense of guilt over them, and I'm actually quite upset about them as well. And I'm sure most of you are saying, well, Steve, if you're upset by them, why not take them down? I'm going to keep those videos up. And I'm going to keep them up for the simple purpose as a reminder that I never ever want to get that mad, period, whether it's on camera or off. I showed a very dark side of myself that I don't think really anybody needed to see at all. I'm sure we all have a very dark side like that, but I don't think even, I think looking at it now, it's like that makes me seriously reevaluate kind of maybe that I might not need to seek medication or professional help. But then again, I have the viewpoint that you don't need medication and professional help to take care of problems like that. But you know what, if anybody's got, if anybody wants to dispute that on you know, just drop a comment, and you know, you can give your own opinion on what you think I should approach it as. I'm probably not gonna honestly give it food for thought, but at the same time, if everybody has a different viewpoint, then that's fine. You know, I think, you know, I may not agree with it, but, you know, I'll take it into consideration. But moving on to something very positive. And this is going to be kind of a bit of a ramble. And it's going to be filled with two parts. This first part, I'm going to ramble, but I'm also going to talk because I just got done watching the Marvel Knights animation thing for Black Panther. And I've read a lot of places with Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes that people are comparing T'Challa to Batman. I would compare T'Challa to Dr. Doom. He's kind of like the opposite of Dr. Doom. He is the king of Wakanda. He is, of course, African. He's, you know, black, but his nationality is African. He reveres a panther god, so basically he prays to a mystical animal type deity. But what makes T'Challa, I think, really great as a character is simply because, I mean, I'll list some of his feats. This is a guy, I believe, and even Mount Vernon kids went into a bit of a discussion about this. Dude, actually, he doesn't just fight people, and people wonder, well, how can he fight people like Radioactive Man and the Abomination? T'Challa just doesn't fight bad guys, but he does a lot of research. He researched the strengths and weaknesses of his opponents, his allies, and everyone else. But unlike Batman, he trusts a lot of his allies. But he does have a contingency plan in case they do turn on him. But I mean, T'Challa's fought Juggernaut, Radioactive Man, I think. He's fought Abomination. He's fought Dr. Doom. Black Panthers fought quite a few of I almost said DC, the Marvel Rogues Gallery. I mean, I got DC Comics on the brain, but there's not really much to say about T'Challa, honestly. I mean, I'm trying not to take too much time here, but I'm trying to think of feats. Well, of course, his grandfather or his great-grandfather, back during, 1940 and whatnot, they sent Captain America in to investigate Wakanda, and he got beat by Black Panther then, and even then T'Challa's been able to beat, Captain America. And Captain America is one of Marvel Comics' best hand-to-hand fighters. So if you're able to topple Captain America, then that in itself speaks volumes for, for you as a person. But I think what's a great moment for T'Challa is that even though he's a king, he's a very down-to-earth king. He listens to his people. He understands their pains. Hell, he'll even sit in the streets, with the homeless of Wakanda and just, he'll sit there, he'll try to give them aid. All this stuff. Wakanda's a very fluctuating country, and T'Challa runs it very well. I think what's really great about T'Challa, though, is that there's a great moment with this, little boy that he rescued, and, he's bowing before T'Challa, and, T'Challa basically tells him, hey, I'm just a man. He goes, but, you're the Panther God, you're the, symbol of our tribe. He goes, it is through, and this isn't verbatim, but I love this moment, because it's a very touching, character moment. He goes, God works through me. He goes, there is not anything that I can do that you cannot do, that you also cannot do. Now, it's not word for word verbatim, but I like that moment. Because it shows that even though he is the king, that there's a very, fatherly, humble, down-to-earth nature to T'Challa, and I like that. I like it when, you got characters like T'Challa that have that personality. Because that makes the character great. And also, T'Challa is a member of the Avengers. He's married to Storm of the X-Men in recent years. The guy is trained in the guy's trained in like capoeira and a few other styles of martial arts. His suit is filled with a thick layer of vibranium, so he's able to he is still flesh and blood, he can still have broken bones, but the vibranium gives him a little bit of added protection against like bullets and stuff. So, what else? Oh, and yes, T'Challa is actually trained in every single weapon art. Either that or he self-trains himself. He can fire a laser pistol, a regular gun, he can throw a spear. No, that's not a racial joke, so, don't start flaming the comments for that. He knows how to use like a medieval sword, a medieval flail. T'Challa basically can use any medieval, or shall we say like nomadic or barbaric or whatever kind of weapon you can think of. Even alien weapons he can use, if given enough proper time. Like, T'Challa actually beat Dane Whiteman, the third Black Knight, in a sword